Hey everyone, Dan here from HippoCrisis Gaming, and welcome to a brand new episode of Pokeballers. So I'm here in the route just outside of Granite Town, and I'm catching a Magnemite that I just found. I've got it all the way down, and it's paralysed with Voltorb, so I'm just chucking a ball, and we're waiting to see whether it gets caught. Will it? It has. Okay, cool. So I'm actually recording the face cam and audio of this video in retrospect because I managed to record the video. I've recorded all the video and then realised that my microphone was turned off. So I'm having to re-watch it and re-commentate. So what I'm doing now is I'm checking to see if Magnemite has an electric move because I need to see whether the electric moves, because if it's not got an electric move, there's no point me using it in the gym. But obviously because I am allowed up to level 25, I'm gonna leave it. So between episodes, I'm not sure what I did last time, but I think I got Primeape up to level 30 and locked him off, and Voltorb up to level 25 and locked him off. So there's Gyarados, Grovyle and Goldeen to level up, as well as the new Magnemite. Sorry if commentating backwards is a bit weird. Basically I couldn't re-record because it's on a server, so it's either that or lose the episode, and I know you guys would like to see it. So there's a shiny Miltank there, which is pretty nice. I'm just going to head, I think, now over to... oh, and a shiny Charizard. Didn't even notice that when I recorded it. And an Eevee. I don't know if that was wild or not, but we're not gonna look because we're gonna run off. We're gonna go back towards Aqua City to basically do some training because it's a bit weird like hanging around Granite Town when we actually moved on. So let's get on our way down through the city and let's see, yeah, let's go down here and check out Mr. Mime. But first let's look at Kakuna and then change our minds. So, I'm just looking now for stuff to level up on. Mr. Mime is way too high and the trainer is way too low. Check out this guy. Nope, level 10, bit of crap. So now go over here looking for stuff to fight. There's a Marowak, which I call a Cubone. I just distinctly remember that, but it's Marowak. And then I'm just wondering what to fight, and then go for this Gastly. Yeah. So my tactic here is basically to use the Pursuit attack, which is super effective against ghosts, to get quick levels on my starter, which is fine. There's a Graveler, which I could easily take down with my new Leaf Blade attack. Or if I've got that yet, maybe I haven't. Spoilers. I honestly, I can't remember what I'd already done and what I hadn't on this. And then Abra is force battling me now, so I decided to use Pursuit again because it's super effective against psychic types as well. So, with that in mind, and with Abra fainted, I then continue on searching for that elusive ideal thing to level up with, and collecting apparently some string which is randomly hanging around. So yeah, I mean, I think the ideal thing to find is basically a oh yeah. So found a wild Pichu, and I was like, maybe that would be better than a thing. So I try and catch this, or fight it. And I go for Quick Attack because I want to. Oh, do I go for Quick Attack? No, I don't. I go for Pursuit. See, I should wait till I do something and then tell you. But anyway, yeah. So it gets one banged, and it's kind of GG. But at least I get the Glowstone, and then I just check out the water types because, you know, can use my Absorb attack on this. So I haven't got Leaf Blade yet. I do apologise for spoiling that. I'm not going to start recording again. I think recording this twice is fair enough. So yeah, basically at this point my starter only has Absorb, and I actually remember now while I'm fighting I'm talking about how Absorb is really no good for the gym, and I hope that I can get another move before I get to level 30 so that I actually have a good idea. I actually have a good chance, and then I get Leaf Blade, which is awesome. So I decided to replace Pound with Leaf Blade because Quick Attack and Pound are both 40, and Quick Attack is obviously a priority move, so the one to keep is Quick Attack, and they're both normal type moves and stuff, so there's no advantage there. And then I decided to use my super effective bonus on the Gastlys, because the Gastlys are, if nothing else, easy to kill. I'm not sure about whether their XP level is particularly good. I'm not. I know when I watch like Lachlan, Little Lizard and people play, they mention about certain things giving really good experience, but I don't know if I have never actually paid attention enough to see if the amount of experience given by certain Pokemon is higher. I'm assuming it is because it's like the games, so that kind of thing you can just kind of download the data from Bulbapedia and import it into the game. So I imagine that's the type of thing that they did. I have no idea what that button does, but I imagine it's something to do with the parkour. One of you guys has requested that I do the parkour when I go to the new cities. I am notoriously horrible at parkour, but I might try it. I might have a go after the gym, maybe. I'm not sure if I'll start with the Groudon one, but yeah, I am notoriously terrible at parkour. If anybody watched my 2-for-1 Minecraft map, I'm sure you will have noticed that. So yeah, but pretty much every Minecraft map has a parkour aspect of it, so I do need to get better. And of course servers do as well. So back into the woods, and we're now looking for more stuff to level up on. Oh, by the way, guys, yeah, the Pixelmon has updated now to 2.5.6, which is the final bug fix version of 2.5, and that's basically the last version update of Pixelmon that doesn't feature any new content. And the servers are updated to that level, so you do have to update before you play. So anybody on the server, if you haven't seen the tweets by the server, if you try and log on and you can't, that is why. So head over to the website, pixelmonmod.com I think it is, and you can download there, as you will already know how to do. And if you don't play yet and do want to, you can do that and go to Pokeballers.com to find out more about joining the server. And also check out the new survival server. So, back on to the game. I'm fighting a Miltank in a bush. Oh no, a Flaffy, sorry. I'm fighting a Flaffy in a bush, which decided to force battle me while I was on my way to fight a Miltank. The Flaffy is there behind the tree. And it's a level 26, so it's quite good for levels. Basically, it's just a quick attack battle of the wits, because the grass is not very effective against electric. So basically it's just a waiting game, quite literally in fact, because basically the server decided to get very laggy, and eventually after about 4 minutes of waiting it kicked me off. So here I am, back, and we're off again, just searching for stuff to fight. So more Gastlys to try and get that last level on our starter. Basically, Pursuit is a really good move for just one-banging Psychics and Ghosts, so can't complain with that really. So bit of the same, more of the same. So yeah, in terms of the survival server, the new Pokeballers survival server, which I think is at, is it s.pokeballers.net or S1? I can't remember the IP. I'll try and remember to put it in the description below. But yeah, there's a new server where you can mine and build and basically do stuff that you can do on other servers, as opposed to adventure server. That was the worst description ever. I've not been on it yet, and I might check it out, but at the moment I'm not planning on doing a Let's Play kind of series on that. I'm not planning on filming it, but I might check it out. I haven't done yet though. So just carrying on with fighting some, trying to get that last bit of experience to get level 30 on the starter. We're fighting Drowsy, Psychic type. Yeah. So didn't quite get the experience there. So just looking for something else because there's just a tiny little bit of experience left to get. And on the search, on the hunt. What will I find? Gravel in a tree. Good question. So yeah, there's just lots to think about apparently. I'm not sure what I did at this point. I think I was probably... In fact, no, I'm not. I can see my face cam, and I'm not talking. I'm just stood about gawping. So obviously, my brain just died at this point. Yeah, just having a search, and then I think I wander a bit too far away, and then get stuck apparently in a block because I can't get. I'm not allowed in this area. I'm not sure why I wasn't allowed in this area. I don't know if it's like a special donator area, or maybe you have to beat the Elite Four to get whitelisted or something. But yeah, I got trapped in the plugin that blocks you from going in there, and then I consider fighting Swinub because it's a ground type and therefore will be weak to me. And then I decide to. Oh, I know what I was doing. I was wondering why there aren't any Zubats, and I keep getting stuck in these trees. And I was saying, like, I wonder if there are many Zubats on the server because you never see anybody go. There's not many places to go underground, and you would think that a lot of the spawns were on top. So therefore, like, are there any Zubats around? Good question, Dan. And I pretty much contemplate this when I'm like, why have I wandered into a jungle? There's nothing here. And that is definitely a good question. Piloswine's too strong, and even if I did fight him, I would get too much experience and overlevel my starter. So I'm here and I'm like, oh crap, oh, stuck in the bush, uh-oh, I've fallen and I died. So, hey, I'm dead. I imagine my reaction to that was a lot better in real time rather than waiting for myself to do it, but the good thing about the server is if you do die, you keep your items, keep inventory on, so you can't just like punch people to death and steal their items and stuff, which you can do on some servers, but I'm assuming PvP's turned off because you can't even touch blocks, so yeah. But anyway, they couldn't steal your stuff even if it wasn't. And so I decided to return to the forest where I started the episode to maybe find just something to kill. And then I see this Geodude, which seems like a fair enough thing to fight. Double weak to grass, one leaf blade, and it's dead, I assume. Yes, it is. Awesome. And I've got level 30 on my starter. So I'm just going to head up and block leveling from occurring on him, so I don't have to, I don't accidentally lock him out from being used. Right, okay, so next it is time to work on Gyarados. Got 5 levels to do on Gyarados. Gyarados knows Dragon Rage, which is awesome because it does 40 every turn, and that is really useful for knocking stuff out. As long as he can take the hits, it's really easy to kill stuff. I decided to go for this Rattata because it's almost dead anyway. And that just saves me some PP. But it goes under a tree and Gyarados is massive, so I give up on that and decide to run away again. So so back in the kind of snowy hills area, snowy forest, tiger hills, And then I find this Safari Ball. I think it's a Safari Ball. Yeah, Safari Ball. I don't know if it's that guy's or not. He seems to be trying to catch Eevee. I decide that even if it is his, I don't want it because it's only got 1 times effectiveness and I have Ultra Balls. So I'd leave it, and then I'm like, ooh, level 23 Magnemite. Should I catch it? Save me some bother, and I decide not to because for all I know it learns a good move at level 21 or something, and it might not know it, and I've already caught one now. So I decide to fight Layer with Gyarados because Dragon Rage means that it doesn't matter about type effectiveness or anything. I can just take it out, and as you can see it did quite a lot of damage, which is awesome, and it also helps when he's using non-damaging moves. So I'm basically taking out a level 36 Layer, and then it used Roar on me, which was like the cheek of it. So we're going again, and you can guess what happens. Yeah. So using Metal Sound, and then I get another Dragon Rage in, and I just hope he doesn't roll me again. This time I get lucky because he uses Iron Defense, which is useless because Dragon Rage always does 40 regardless. And there we go, level 27 on Gyarados. That's 2 levels in 1 fight, and you can't complain with that. So next I apparently go for Marowak, level 38 Marowak. Basically the same deal. Marowak has obviously ground moves, including Boomerang, so that means that they won't affect Gyarados because Gyarados, as you've just seen, didn't affect him because he is a water flying type, and flying types don't get hit by ground moves. So ha ha ha. But that doesn't stop him from headbutting me. However, it's too late by that point because another Dragon Rage and Marowak is dead. And also I get some bones for my trouble, some nice monies for my loots. I'm just going for a Poke Heal to get my PP of Dragon Rage back, and also just the HP from getting hit by that headbutt. Didn't actually get any levels from that Marowak though, so decide now to go for this Aggron, which is level 46. Same tactic, just going on a Dragon Rage spree. Really handy move just for knocking stuff out. I can see why it's not allowed in the gyms, or I don't know if it is allowed actually in the water gym. I can't remember it saying not, but yeah, it's definitely not allowed in the rock gym, and that's probably because it would one hit kill the Geodudes and stuff. But it's great for like leveling up Gyarados. And then I've learned Twister, which is an awesome dragon move, and it means I can finally get rid of Splash, which I occasionally get used by accident. So any move would have been excellent, but for it to be a damaging move, which actually now makes Gyarados a legitimate battler, even though Dragon is only super effective against Dragon, and I'm not going to find a Dragon probably in the water gym. It's worth having it. I mean, I don't get Stab, I don't get anything else. At this point I went for Beedrill, or Beedrill went for me. I'm not entirely sure which because I wasn't paying attention. But yeah, Beedrill is level 22, so decent. I'm on 29 now after that Aggron battle, so basically I'm just trying to not go over the top. And I decided to go for this Voltorb. Because I got a decent amount from Beedrill, but it's like you don't want to overdo it. So it's easier just to do a few more battles. I've also apparently got my bone ready to smack any Pokemon that try and escape, which is also good. So didn't quite get the level, and Onyx is fighting, I think, Vulpix there, so it's time to move on. And I pick up some gunpowder from fighting Voltorb, and then wonder whether the gunpowder I threw away in a previous episode was actually from Voltorb, because I realised it might have been. But it doesn't matter because I've got a lot of money anyway. So to get that final bit of experience, I'm just looking for a decent level, and I go for the 32 Rhyhorn because it's not going to give me a a complete extra level. So more Dragon Rages. There's not really much else to do in this situation. But just in case, because I don't need the full thing, I also go for Goldeen to start leveling her up, because she can use her super double effective water move and pretty much take out Rhyhorn. Even though she's only level 26, that did super damage. We've got Gyarados up to level 30, so just lock off his leveling, or probably her leveling, they're all girls, my Pokemon. And then now we're moving on to Goldeen. Goldeen is level, I think, 25 at the moment. So it's got a few more levels to go on her, or on him. That one is a boy. When it's seeking, I won't find that a problem. So now I'm looking for stuff that's weak to water, or weak to flying, because he has Peck. Yeah, he has Peck. I got that wrong and still managed to correct. Got that right and still managed to correct myself. Damn it! Can't even say right for saying wrong. So just popping into the Poké Center to heal for some reason. Not sure why I did that. Because I don't need to, because I've got Poké Heal, but I do. Anyway, and look, Ma, no hands. And then decide to go near the gym and run away. I'm not entirely sure what I'm up to at this point because I don't remember, but yeah, time to go back out and level up Goldeen. So, I'm just kind of wondering where I can go to find some decent amount of levels. It seems to make sense to maybe go to a desert area where the Pokemon will be pretty much all weak to water. But I'm quite far away from one because the desert is on the other side of the icy forest, which is near Granite Town. So I decide to just kind of go to the extreme hills of Granite Town, where I see a lot of Geodudes around the top where you spawn in. So yeah, just climbing that mountain and getting some free feathers from a Pidgey that's fallen in a fray with a wild Pokemon. Or somebody left the loot, but probably a wild one. And yeah, can't get up to where I want to get to, so just going around. And then I spot the wild Hitmonlee, which I think could be a cool catch to have because it's level 30 and it means I could decide to use it now for the gym or save it. And it's a good investment because it's quite a cool Pokemon and you don't see that many of them around, or at least I haven't yet. I've obviously not playing on the server for very long. Maybe everybody's got one. Probably there aren't that many Pokemon in the game, but you know what I mean. So I decided to take it on. I forget originally that I can use Peck to do a super effective move, so therefore lose out on getting to Peck him because I let him get that massive kick in and send Magnemite out. Now Magnemite's obviously weak to fighting moves because Magnemite is steel. And then I realised that all his moves are crap. And yeah, that was good. So I decided to go for the Thunder Wave and paralyse him, which is probably the better move. And it works, and then I switch out to one of the ones I don't need to level up. I make the mistake of going for my starter when I should have gone for Gyarados. And then I decided to go for a Pursuit, which is not very effective because Dark isn't very effective against fighting. But at least I've got the paralysis on my side. So I try a Leaf Blade and yeah, pretty much try and knock him out. So then I then decide it's worth trying to catch him. So I'm going for an Ultra Ball because obviously that's the best type of Pokeball I've got on me. Kind of lament not having a Dusk Ball because at this point in the game a Dusk Ball would be more effective because it's nighttime. But you know, you can't have everything. But it didn't catch, and then he attacked me. So I decide to give the ball one more go and throw that at him. And it's a waiting game. Sorry. Yeah. Long day, long week, in fact. But it didn't. I still didn't get him, and then I decide that it's not worth wasting the balls on him because I don't need him right now. So I try another one because I'm wrong, and I didn't do that at all. I tried a third one. I think I can guess that I'm not going to catch him. Unless I did catch him and I've forgotten, but yeah. Yeah, so I've basically spoiled that one, but yeah, so I he knocked out Grovyle, and I'm like, okay, fine. Send out Voltorb, Gyarados. I saw myself click Gyarados, still said Voltorb. Gyarados, and this has gone so well, and then I defeated him because it was like, that I'm not going to waste all my Pokeballs on him because they cost 250 at a time. And even with the money you guys gave me, which by the way you totally didn't have to, it was not worth kind of wasting time on that. So go for a Poke Heal to bring back my fainted starters, and then I decide to fight this Vulpix with my Goldeen. It's obviously fire versus water, and I enjoy the fact that I've pretty much managed to throw him onto that ledge. But then he uses Roar on me and then runs down there, and then I try and catch up to it because the that fall would have taken out some of its health. But it basically it's made me jump after it. And with that bit of health missing, I could maybe try and get to the point. But Rhydon has jumped in and force battled me, which is annoying. I actually thought that I'd thrown the Pokeball at Rhydon, but then I realised, Rhydon I mean, but then I realised I'm fighting with my starter, and that means I've been force battled, because it's the Pokemon at the top, not the one that you have queued up that gets sent out when you get force battled. So that's more like the Pokemon games. And it's level 44, so I know full well that I haven't got a chance in hell to actually knock it out. But the game decides to do the waiting game again, which I'm assuming means that it's going to faint again. The server's going to faint. Yeah, the server is going to go down again. So, yeah, this is where I decided to leave the episode. So yeah, sorry for the fact that I've had to give a commentary in the past. Hopefully it's been watchable and you've enjoyed listening to my reasoning for why I did stuff, because I could have uploaded it with the new content. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. Join me next time on Saturday for the water gym. I know I'm excited about that. Hope you are too. And yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you then.